Good morning, good evening. It is December 18th, Thursday. Megan Mitchell here again. And it's pretty dreary here. We have gone from about 7 degrees earlier on this week when I got up in the morning to now it's 55. And today I've been thinking about change and the difficulty of learning new skills, the difficulty of change. It's very easy to think that we are not getting anywhere. Maybe you are trying to develop a new skill, maybe you are trying to learn a new language or anything. Maybe you are putting forth effort in your business or in your personal life and you think that you're not getting anywhere. It's often pretty easy to become discouraged and not see the progress. But a little bit of encouragement, when I think about my experience growing plants, especially when I'm starting a new plant or growing from seed, there's a lot of angst with that period where you can't see anything happening. And, it takes a while for anything to show above ground. And I think business, life, everything is the same way. We've been reinforcing the idea that small actions, small repetitive consistency is the key to long-term change. A study, I was reading a study about learning new things and neuroplasticity and creating new synapses in your brain, and it takes about 400 repetitions for us to learn something or for us to create a new neural pathway or muscle memory of your brain. It takes about 400 times. That is quite a bit. Learning isn't always easy, but interestingly, if you connect your learning to emotion, to fun, then it only takes about 10 to 20 times. Don't know if it's true, but that's what research says. That's why when we learn something, we often associate music, or like when we're in school, little kids learn through music and learn through play. That's why play is so important for young kids. Why do we have to stop that? We don't. It's not exactly the same thing, but I feel like often when we're trying to accomplish something, we take it too serious. I know I do. And maybe you should take a moment to connect it to something that you enjoy, whether it's listening to music. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to perform and to come up with the end result. Try to connect it to something fun. Another interesting concept I was listening to was that often we don't change because we are not committed to the outcome. We are not committed to that. We say we want something, but we're not actually committed to what we want in the end. We don't actually see ourselves as whatever it is we say we want to become. If we want to become a writer, we don't actually see ourselves as a writer. If we want to become a marketer, we're not committed to that, and we tend to self-sabotage and do things that, I want to say, kind of give us a scapegoat, let us off the hook. A gal I was listening to, I'm not sure the name, she was discussing the power of saying that you are the thing that you want to be instead of waiting for it to happen, but just saying it. She said, when we go to bed, we go ahead, we close our eyes, we pretend like we're asleep, and eventually our body falls in line. And life is very similar. We have to go ahead and proclaim that we are what we want to be in the future. So I hope this encourages you, and maybe you can relax a little, put something to play, or to something fun that has been a little bit difficult, or maybe you're struggling with. Commit to that vision that you're wanting in your life, and proclaim that it's already happened. Have a blessed Thursday.